This is bullshit. You know what? This was a trap, and never again. Never again.
No, John, wait.
Fuck you.
Wait. Oh, no, wait. Wait.
Nope. See ya.
Wait.
See ya.
Wait. Oh, God.
That should cut good.
That's absolutely you. That's. Some people just want to go see a goddamn show. Doesn't matter if it's a play, doesn't matter if it's a musical. They just want to go see a goddamn show. And I love sitting in on meetings where they're choosing their season and they forget to choose a play.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, shit, forgot to choose a play. We have to choose at least one play. And I'm like, please, please. I ask you then, what? I mean, I feel like I know the answer, but just for the sake of this conversation, why do you feel that companies lean towards musicals more than plays?
Money. Which, again, is a weird thing because some plays cost less to put on, and can make a profit. It might not be as big as a potential musical profit when all is said and done, but like if I'm getting $1,000 over for a play, that's still profit. Because a musical costs more, and unless it pulls in a profit, it could be a more substantial loss, even with the right amount of ticket sales coming in. And I think what ends up happening is, most theaters, from my understanding, is we look at rights as a sunk cost, right? It's just part of doing business. At all times, you're going to have to pay for rights. And you don't hold that against shows, and you're looking at it from a ticket sales only perspective. And in that's where the musicals tend to outshine, right? Musicals, let's say you have a 200 seat theater, right? A musical might have 150 sold per night, at least on average, whereas a play might have like 75. And that's what I think a lot of people put into it, and that's why they shy away from plays. A lot of the theaters that I know of and work with at least try to balance out their season with, they'll start and end with a musical, but then in between all the other shows is a play, because not everybody does musicals. Like, not everybody is a musical person. Like, I still am, or at least I like to believe I am. But I do think that as I get older, into my 30s.
Right.
As I get older, I'm finding more fun in plays. And it's not because I don't like the, music or dancing or things like that. It's just that with musicals, I feel like there's only so many, there's so many roles in musicals a lot of times, but there's so little roles that I really want anymore in a musical space. Whereas with a play, I have a chance for 2 to 3 roles that would be fun. I think, just like everything else, we got to start thinking about our community space. We got to think about the people we have. If all you do are plays, you're cutting out a whole section of people who just don't do plays. Could a musical person do a play easier than a play person could do a musical? Technically, yes, because, they still can go act and other things. If you don't have the dancing prowess or vocal talents, right, it's tougher to get into a musical. But conversely, and again, this could be a whole nother episode topic of musical people who don't act, because a lot of musicals don't have scenes and they just have music, and people were never taught how to act through song. That transition would also be tough, because you have to give emotion, you have to give depth to your character.
Right.
You don't have a song to push the plot. Your lines and actions and everything else push the plot. So having that balance, I think, helps, because again, not everybody wants to go see a musical. Sometimes you just want to go see a comedy. Sometimes musicals can be too long, especially when we're talking classic age musicals or such. And so can plays. Plays can sometimes have 3 acts. And if I see 3 acts in a show, I'm like, what did I get myself into? My friend better be amazing.
Noted for when you come see my 3-act 1-woman show. Wonderful.
Oh, I'll come see it. I'll be the only one there probably, and I promise I won't sleep. But just paint my eyelids so you don't know the difference. No, I wouldn't do
on this show.
I wouldn't do that to you. I would just wear the glasses with the eyes, the cutouts, but there'd be two different ones.
Oh my god. That's why you're my best friend.
That's right. Don't you forget it. But that's just like, it's just what it, like, I think there's a space for both. And having directed plays and musicals, there's a space for both of them. And I'm a little bit more open to directing musicals than being in a lot of them, because I think I'm past the point of just being in musicals for the fun of it. Like, there's a couple that I would still do and be happy with ensemble. Most of the time it's probably like, just I want this role or the other, and if not, that's it. And I think that's a very valid way, because if I'm going to give my time to something, I got to be passionate about it. But with like directing, there's so many shows still out there that I think need to see the stage, and I think that's part of the reason why I'm on this episode, is because my shows that I tend to do are super wacky and crazy and relatively lesser known, and I will continue that
Yes.
till
Thank God.
the day I stop.
Yeah, and what a wonderful transition. Let's talk our favorite shows that would qualify in this category. You first.
So I don't know if you've heard of this little known show called Evil Dead.
No.
So
Never.
You thought I was going a different direction when I started.
No.
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 Like, and the thing is, like, I don't even feel like Evil Dead is a smaller show. I just think it's more of a niche show, but I think that still fits in that category. The show that may or may not be happening from March 13th, March 21st, in at Players Club Swarthmore in Swarthmore Media, Pennsylvania. Be More Chill.
Music by my dear friend Joe Iconis. Hey, Joe.
Wait, are you friends with him?
Yeah.
You never told me this.
I was
Is he coming to see the show with you?
I may or may not have told him, being like, hey.
Oh, is that why he liked our post? Excellent.
And that's why I'm your best friend.
That's why we're best friends.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. But there's another show, and I'm going to tell you about this right now, because
Please.
if I ever get the opportunity, and it would have to be on a bigger stage because I need a budget. And when I say lesser known, I mean lesser known. It was only on the West End and Bristol Old Vic for a combined 6 months. But it is with Concord. For a brief, I think it was during COVID, it might have been 2021, a brief moment of it, like, was available on Bristol Old Vic to watch for like 2 days. And I only got through like 3/4 of it, because like when I found out, it was like the second day, and I started watching it at 11, and then I fell asleep, and I was like looking for it the next day. I was like, God damn it! Because all I have for this show, I have the script. I have a Google Drive folder of all the music that was available for download off Reddit, and totally didn't find it on Reddit. It's gone now, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it's a little show called The Grinning Man.
Shut up. Shut up. I have been obsessed with this.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Yep. So I found this. Yeah. I found it like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. But it's very Sondheim-esque.
Yeah.
It's the puppeteers who did War Horse. It's got puppetry of people doing more puppetry with other puppets. So it's got puppets on puppet helpfulness, which I think is crazy, and I really want to do it. But the music is fantastic. Yes. Like the when they have some of the, you can go find the clips on YouTube. Go look for The Grinning Man.
Description box below. I'll put all that.
Yeah. And yes, is it a weird show? Absolutely. Is it dark? Super dark. Is it right up my alley? Absolutely. And I just need the chance to do it. And it's one of those things where that's a show that, again, everybody has to be on board with it, because it is going to get some side-eye looks. But if it's done right, people are going to be like, why is this not something I've ever heard of before?
Right.
But yeah, that is like now that I've done the 3 shows that were on my directing list in back-to-back-to-back years of Puffs, which is another lesser known show,
Yeah.
Evil Dead the Musical, and now Be More Chill.
Yes.
I will continue to push for Grinning Man almost everywhere I go, and eventually I think I will break through. It just might take me 10 years. But like that's like the next big musical I want to do. Like I have some plays that are also lesser known things. And just a little sidebar, because this is really fun. Maybe you'll enjoy this. Maybe your audience will too. Like I said, I'm a terrible theater person. I don't know what shows are going on Broadway. I don't follow that. I don't care. If I stumble upon the music, great. That's how I found Be More Chill. Every few months, I will go to Concord, because MTI works different, but I will go to Concord, and I will go to their little search engine, or their little search bars, and I will pick, like, dark comedy, regular comedy, 15-person cast, 7-person cast, male-female cast, and I will adjust things, and then I will just go through and look for titles that sound interesting. And I'll open it up, I'll look for a synopsis, and then I'll add it to the card if I like it, and then I'll buy like 5 scripts at a time and read them. And that's how I find my shows. And that's how I come up with the stupidest things that anybody's ever heard of, and then people watch them and they're like, that was actually really fun. And I'm like, isn't it though? Like, there's so much good theater out there if you just give it a chance. So, I know people don't have time to do that. I genuinely hate reading, but I don't mind reading scripts. Nothing against the readers out there. It's just not my way of getting information. He hates you. I do. How dare you read? No, I'm just kidding. Please read more. So then I don't have to. I don't know what that means, but it's on there. But it's just one of those things where, like, to me, it's not, and I've had this conversation before with some people. To me, directing a show isn't about putting my name on something and just getting the opportunity to direct. For me, it's about finding something I'm passionate about and something that I can give myself to, which then can translate to on stage and translates to the cast, the crew, the production team, and the audience. And I think another reason why smaller shows are not done is for that reason, because people don't give them a chance to read them and try to find them. But when they do, you can feel it more than you can for, again, and I'm not picking on Legally Blonde, the 8th show of Legally Blonde that people like. And it's not that they're not passionate about it. It's just like a lot of people are passionate about it. And like when you find those like little mini solo shows that aren't done, like it has a different feeling when you know somebody was like, I've been wanting to do this for 15 years. I've thought about this, and this. I added this in there because like I thought it'd be really cool. Like, or I saw a small off-Broadway production and they did this, and I wanted to try to recreate that the best I can. So yeah. Anyway, sorry. What are your favorite smaller shows? As I go off on my many tangents.
No, please do. Like this is also one of the reasons I wanted you as a guest, is because I know that you are a very passionate person about these types of shows like I am. One of my favorite things is showing these shows to other people and being like, oh, you get to experience this for the first time. I'm so glad.
Yes. Because
it truly blows your mind. I mean, I'll never forget the first time I listened to Evil Dead. I'll never forget that because I was not supposed to. And I thought I was the coolest freaking person listening to Sirius XM in the school computer lab by accident. I was like, oh my God. No one else knows
the F word.
Literally. Because the first song that came up was What the Fuck Was That? And I went,
great song.
But like, Evil Dead, Be More Chill, Grinning Man. Like, I'm obsessed, but like, see, now I'm like forgetting all other musicals exist.
Because I already named the best ones.
Yes,
sorry, it's not
truly,
your fault.
truly. Here's the thing, I don't know if they're really still considered smaller shows because they have a bigger audience now, but every time a theater does it, I go, oh, cool. And that's any show by Team Star Kid. So we're talking Firebringer, we're talking Trail to Oregon, guy who didn't like musicals, and now Nerdy Prudes Must Die is going to be available. Mm-hmm. And I've been a fan of theirs since the beginning. And so to see theaters doing that, I'm always like, oh, wow. It was just a show that they made up for their theater club, and now it's a show that you can license. Crazy. I really love smaller, stupid shows. Not that this is stupid, but it's farcical. I really love Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder. Mm-hmm. 8 people, British farce, one person playing 6 roles.
Yep.
Shows artistic prowess, but also just the ability to be silly.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like that.
But play-wise, I'm a big fan of Speech and Debate by Stephen Karam. Are you familiar?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so it's a 3-person play.
Okay.
And it takes place like early thousands, where there was a case about a student-teacher relationship, while at the same time it was the drama teacher. So at the same time, the school's production of Once Upon a Mattress they're cutting out the pregnancy plot line because they don't want to encourage pregnancy. Yeah. Even though the school itself has like a teen mothers club.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a comedy. But I really love the dynamics between all 3 characters. Stephen Karam is a wonderful playwright. The play that I'm currently very obsessed with right now is a little play called I'm Gonna Marry You, Tobey Maguire.
Okay.
Not familiar?
Nope.
Okay. We need to do this show. Okay. It is absolutely hysterical. Again, only 3 people. Typing so loud. It is about a girl named Shelby. It takes place in the early thousands. I feel like just plays that take place in the early thousands are pretty solid. And it's a girl named Shelby who kidnaps Tobey Maguire and holds him hostage in her basement. Mm-hmm. And we get to see what happens there.
This is for the girlies who are writing One Direction fanfic and also for One Direction hiding in the back of restaurants. Do you want to play the little girl? Is that the...
Yeah. Shelby is Shelby is everything. She is a monster, but she's a relatable monster. Because here's the thing. I love Tobey Maguire. I'm a Spider-Man girly, and I was absolutely in love with him when Spider-Man first came out. And fun fact about me, a little bit of lore for all of you. One time in the paper, there was an ad that Spider-Man was going to be making an appearance at the boardwalk. And I dragged my dad in the pouring rain on a Tuesday to go meet Spider-Man, only for him to be... There was a little mini roller coaster that went really slowly. He sat in the coaster and went by, and that was it. And I was ecstatic. I was like, Spider-Man! Oh my God! And my dad was
Spider-Man.
Like, hey, Batman, my name's Spider-Man. I believe this is your sandwich. But yeah, so I'm Gonna Marry You, Tobey Maguire is high on my list.
Okay.
Along with finally doing Puffs. Like, we have talked about this, where I have yet to be in or direct Puffs, and I would like to do both. Yep. That is high on my list, without a doubt. Let's transition this into, what shows do you never want to see again? Or just shows that you wish people would stop with.
God.
And I would like to go first and just say,
go ahead.
If I was going to save this for another episode. Maybe this will just be it's just the beginning. If I see another production of Romeo and Juliet, I'm going to have a problem. Okay. In the nicest way possible. Every production I've ever seen of Romeo and Juliet is just straight up wrong. I'm saying that with full chest. It's wrong. Like,
you'll hear 0 arguments here.
Oh yeah, because you're not a Shakespeare person.
Oh no, I
God, you hate Shakespeare.
That's why I love Something Rotten. I respect Shakespeare for what he brings to theater. I like the fact that it's rights free, and that any director with good knowledge of the piece can rewrite and rework the piece to fit what they're trying to do. And there's a few, I do like some Shakespeare. Like, I like Hamlet.
Correct.
I like the Scottish play.
Correct.
And I do like Midsummer now that I've been a part of a production. Both stage managing for it and then having to step in for a role because an actor was sick and I had to go on stage with mini scripts in hand and try to do what I had to do, and I had to be in a dress.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, well...
Cut to the clip we have.
That's crazy, right? I did look good, though.
Obviously.
But the thing with Shakespeare is, the part of the world we mostly work in, too many theaters attempt Shakespeare and turn into Delco Shakespeare, and that's not okay. Like, if you don't understand what you're saying through Shakespeare, and if you don't have a team that understands what they're trying to say, Shakespeare's just boring. It's no fun. There's nothing to pull from it, unless you're like a Shakespeare lover or a historian. But like, there's just so many bad productions of Shakespeare. Like, if you don't have the people to do it, just don't do it. It's like, I get why you do, but just don't do it.
Yeah.
It's a waste of a spot in your season. Agreed.
And that's why whenever there is a Shakespeare production that happens and it looks actually super fresh, and I don't want to say innovative, because Shakespeare, you can't really be that innovative with Shakespeare, but like, there's a theater company that I saw that only does Shakespeare with people over the age of 50.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's cool. I love that. The shows that I would like to take a break from seasons, in my area specifically, I would love theaters to take a break from doing American Idiot, mostly because every production that I've seen, I think maybe 2 of them were good. Every other production, they thought that they were doing it from a specific perspective and trying to be really, really edgy, and then it just flatlined and they were all kind of doing the same thing where they're just like, That's exactly how I'm going to describe it for the audio-only listeners. I am doing the thing where you're like, you know, how do you describe...
Do it again and I'll describe it.
I'm so sorry.
You've all seen the owl in the Tootsie Roll Pop commercials? That's what it was.
Your turn, because I don't know where I was going.
I will now pick on Legally Blonde. People need to stop doing Legally Blonde.
There it is.
I actually don't dislike the show. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I was in it once because somebody...
Once.
I would love to be in once. Don't... Oof. Dream shows.
No, I was saying once as in you were in it just once, but no, I want to do once.
Yeah, so do I.
Let's just do once.
Sure, I have the book right here. I was in it because somebody wanted me to be Cal Dewey Chad because he wanted to see me in UPS shorts. And I actually got a review that commented on how I looked in the shorts. And I said, I don't know how to feel. Like, I'm happy, like, thank you. I'm very appreciative of that, but also feel... Because this is what was said. First, the director's like, your ass got reviewed. And I said, you're lying. And then he read the full review. And he said, and then... So this is what the reviewer said. Walked out as Kyle. Mm-hmm. ... Sorry, now that I've collected myself. Like... And then she was like, pretty performed very well. And I was like, thank you, person. Like,
oh my God, please tell me you have that framed. That would be like the biggest self-esteem boost for the rest of my life.
Well, no, somebody printed it out. I forget where. I'm sure it's online somewhere. But like, I was just
oh my God.
Okay. I just think theaters need to stop doing shows within 2 to 3 years of each other. Like, give it a year at least.
Yeah.
Give it some breathing room. Let people have a break from stuff. Like, yeah, if somebody really wants to be... Now I'm going back to the Legally Blonde well. If somebody wants to be Elle Woods and they don't get cast in that production, they'll be even more excited when it gets done in 2 years. Yep. Right? Like, and yeah, are they 2 years older? Sure, but...
2 years wiser.
2 years wiser, yes. If 2 years is going to make that much difference from an age perspective, then you probably weren't getting that role anyway. I don't think 2 years is a big age gap for a lot of roles. But yeah, I don't know. Like, just stop doing them over top of each other. Like, look around, see what theaters did last season, and just wait a season before you do it.
Is that.
Yeah.
All right, now is the time of the show where we're going to do our favorite segment. And the only reason I know it's your favorite segment is because you guys keep telling me it's your favorite segment. And by you guys, I mean the voices in my head. And that segment is the Green Room Games. I need a jingle. Really. My Muppet arms. We're going to be doing a game that is slowly becoming one of my favorites, and I'm very excited to do it today. And it is Self-Tape Slate, which is a try not to laugh type game where, you know, how many self-tapes have we done in our lifetime as an actor? Too many. That's correct. And shut up. Was I talking to you?
Who are you talking to? Not me. I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
looking out at the audience. Everyone, this is me looking out at the...
I'm saying I've done 0 self-tapes, so that's...
Well, you lucky little duck, and you're going to do a couple of them today right now, because what we're going to do is we are going to do some self-tape slating, and we are going to try and make the other person laugh. I am going to lose. Because we all just need a little bit more laughter in this world. And I'm a giggly girl. And I'm here with my best friend, Sean. And...
Take that, Sean!
And we're gonna go back and forth and just try and make each other laugh with the ridiculousness that is self-tapes. You're going first.
Okay. I don't...
All right, I gotta...
Hi. My name's James H. Macy, and I am 5'12 and a half, and I am reading for Zombie Part number 3. Whoa! Let me try that again. That's a laugh for sure. Okay, now I got it.
Yes,
now I
you
got it.
me.
All right.
You got
cool,
me.
Cool.
You got
cool.
me. All right, my turn. All right, here we go. Hi, my name is Riley Mast, and I'm your Miss New Jersey. And today, I will be doing the ABC.
I can't. It's so dumb.
Yep.
So dumb. All right. It was the
She knows her opposite.
All right. Let me think. All right. I think that's a win right there.
No, it doesn't count.
Hey, my name's Keanu. That's where it started.
Fuck you.
That was too easy.
Yeah, I love a bad Keanu Reeves impression.
That's right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Hello, my name is Heebie-Jeebie, and I am 5'3.1415925 inches. And today I will be... Oh, sorry, forgot to do the rest of the slate. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Anyway, these are my hands. And I'm available on 3 days of rehearsal, but only for like 10 minutes each. Because I got IBS. Anyway, I'll be reading for the role of Bop It. Bop it. Twist it. Pull it. I didn't make you laugh.
Did I win?
That round you won. That was... It's fine.
I had to go all teacher mode and just disassociate from what was happening and just listen.
I noticed and I was like, that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but your turn again.
My name is Sean Patrick. I am 5'10". I am reading for the role of Feral Cheryl. Don't blame me, blame MTI, bitch!
Complain to MTI, bitch, not for me!
That stole my look. Please close your eyes. Open your eyes, fucker. Did you miss me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you did. And so today, for everyone at home, what's up, y'all? My name is Feral Cheryl, and I'm your intrusive thoughts personified. And this is either gonna really make you laugh, or it's gonna make Marisa crawl into a bigger hole that she has already crawled into for the rest of her life because she met you. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself the proper intro and love that I need. Thanks so much. So I'm gonna give you my tight 5 because you know I'm tight and I got 5 of them. So what's the difference between 3 dicks and a joke? You can't take a joke. I really thought this was gonna work, and I'm actually really upset that you're not laughing.
Could you do it less happy?
You know what, Sean? No, I can't, because Feral Cheryl was the happiest time of my life.
That was fun.
Yes, thank you so much for playing the Green Room games. Now I would love to turn to you, the audience, for a little talk back time, which is where, I post...
Talk back time.
You can see this question that I ask you on our social media pages, on our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook, however, and if you join the Patreon, which will absolutely exist by the time this video comes out, and I'm doing that mostly as a promise to myself, where you can find that in the description box below, you can get access to all of these things early, as well as a lot of the extra shenanigans that didn't make it in this edit, which, let's be honest, a lot of this is not going to make the final edit.
It's only a 15-minute show, so...
Yeah. Obviously, we like to stay on topic here at Call Time a Theater Pod, but in case we don't, it's for extra content for ourselves. Nice. But point being, the question today that I had for all of you was, what is a show that you would love to see more of, and what is a show that you want to see theaters stop doing? And I would like to thank everybody for writing in. I got a large response, which I'm happy about. Some of these made me giggle, and some of them made me go, you might be onto something there. I have on the more side, I want people want more American Idiot, contrary to what I said earlier, which is fine. More Shrek, which I also think is very funny.
We need more Shrek.
More.
It's never done.
Never. It's a small little indie musical. I mean, it could... It's about a movie that didn't do well. Come on, let's be honest.
I don't even know if I've seen it.
I don't even know if I've heard it. More Gentleman's Guide, which
I would agree.
Love. More Ordinary Days. Are you familiar with Ordinary Days?
Interesting. I have heard of it. I'm not intimately familiar with it, but that's something I wouldn't expect to hear.
Yeah, I was very happy to hear this because there are musicals where I'm like, oh my gosh, I forget that other people know this show too. This is a show that I would really love to see a lot more of. I definitely agree, is more Blood Brothers. Are you familiar with Blood Brothers? No?
Nope.
Okay. So this is a story all about how, this is a story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world.
Or just doing 90s lyrics, because that's a whole nother episode as well.
Listen, I also had a bit where I was going to be like, hi, my name is Noelle, and people seem to think I don't give a damn. I just want to go see Iron Maiden. I don't know why I didn't pull that out. I feel like that would have gotten you. But, oh well. I ruined it for next time, too. We're going to get demonetized. Like I'm getting monetized now.
It was less than 7 seconds. They can't do shit about it.
Sorry, I did that noise again.
That time she was headbutting the lollipop.
Anyway, so more Blood Brothers. Blood Brothers is a show about twins separated at birth, and it takes place in Liverpool, and it was most famously done. I mean, it was done in the UK, obviously, but then when it came over to the US, it was most famously done with the Cassidy brothers. Are you familiar with, like, David Cassidy and Sean Cassidy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was them and Petula Clark.
Okay.
Singer Petula Clark. It's a very dark show. It gets very sad. It is beautiful. On the less side, we have Less Rent. I have very specific feelings about Rent in general. So, listen.
I still would love to be Roger one day, but I'm happy just finding the right place and time to do it. The protagonists are, and not that they're suddenly the antagonists, but also, bros, you're getting a free apartment in New York City, and all you gotta do is like stop like the one protest. Cool. Tell her to go do it in a different place at a different time, like, and get free rent. Show over. Just saying.
Less Hairspray, which I have never heard people say. Weirdly enough,
I don't even feel like I've seen it done all that often.
I think it depends on where you live, because I mean, I haven't personally seen a production of Hairspray done around here in the last 10 years. So whoever posted this, how dare you? No, just kidding. I wonder, in your area, how many productions specifically of Hairspray have you seen within the last decade? Less Addams Family.
I take umbrage with that because I would love to play Gomez again, but
Oh, again. Okay, cut to clip. Wow.
Yeah, that was honestly like one of my favorite scenes in the whole show, and like I was tearing up a little bit just watching it, so it was pretty important.
And I'm emotional for you.
Yeah. Addams Family is not a great show.
No.
But it is fun, and it's one of those ones that like I also understand it depending on where you are. Like I know it's been done around our area a little bit more frequently in recent years, but I don't think it's been overdone. This might be another situation of where are you living and it's been done. But yeah, like I think it's a fun show. It's just kooky, as they say. But I just have a deep love for Addams Family stuff. Actually, I don't know. Like you can kind of see, like right here, it's a picture somebody gave me for when I was in it. It's Gomez and Morticia dancing, which it's a very like they are part of relationship goals, and I think like
obviously
we need more of that type of representation of love than just the normal stuff in theater. But
I've been saying that for years.
Listen,
so
viewer, I'm not going to tell you what is or is not happening a lot in your area, but I get it. But for me, I enjoy the show. So
I also enjoy the show for very similar reasons. I have yet to do it. It's still a show. I don't even want to use the term bucket list show because it's not really a bucket list show, but it's a show where it would be really fun to do, even if I was, a ghostly ancestor. I think that would just be a blast. And then the last one I have here is Less Little Mermaid. Now, I can speak on this because in my area alone, I think I saw it pop up 5 times within the last year. Here's the thing. I think Little Mermaid is a really fun show to do, especially if you're really getting the community aspect involved. You can make it as big or as small as you want it to be. It can be visually stunning. It could also be complete shit. I just would really love to see a production of Little Mermaid that's just a little fresher, if that makes any sense. Like, you don't necessarily have to play into the traditional visuals. I know it's a Disney property and there are rules with Disney properties, but, like, you know, maybe play up the costumes a little differently. Maybe make it a little something where I'm like, oh, there was that production of The Little Mermaid. You know,
you're doing
I could say that about
one.
a lot of shows, but that one.
Yeah. I think Disney's always tough. I was in a production of Beauty and the Beast, and if they ever come across this podcast, I'm sorry for calling it out. Everybody involved was wonderful, and everybody in the show was great. But the vision for the show was not followed through, and they had changed some stuff up. And the director at the time, and again, please don't hate me if you ever see this, said to us as townspeople, because one of my roles was, Marie, the baguettes, hurry up! I said,
iconic!
Isn't it great? But we were told as townspeople, we need to be more animated so the inhabitants of the castle are more realistic. And we were very confused because we're like, but no, we're the humans. They're the inanimate objects that are coming. What are you talking about?
Choices.
And I don't think she meant it in that way, but there was no walking back on it. So it was just like, okay, we'll do what we can for the small parts that were on stage. So yeah, it was just like it was just a weird production of Beauty and the Beast. And again, this could be another episode. Visions for shows that people have certain expectations for.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be an episode. You have no idea.
Yeah, like, I always go back and forth on it. Like, if you can complete it, I love it. Like, but you have to be able to execute. Because if I go to see Beauty and the Beast with Lumiere and a bright yellow candlestick outfit and and everything else, and I don't get that because you're trying to be stylistic, as an adult, I can understand what you're going for. But if I'm bringing children, like, they'll still enjoy it, but it won't hit the same. And it's just like, oh, what's that? And it's like, okay, are we losing the magic? But that's also why Disney sues people. And I tell people all the time, because again, I've read these rights, like, they send people out and you won't know who's there. So, like, if you're doing this, you can't, as the person who's signing my name to the paper, please don't change anything. Because then we lose our rights.
I don't know how I missed this because I couldn't agree more with this. I'm going to look right down the camera when I say this. More Zombie Prom, please. Please. Are you familiar with Zombie Prom?
I have seen the title. I haven't read it yet.
Sean.
Uh-huh.
This is completely a show I feel you would love. Absolutely love. And I have
this
such
one.
vision.
Yeah. I've literally seen this multiple times on Concord.
Yeah,
and
it's fantastic. I have such a vision for it. Like, I want to direct it and I want to be in it so badly. There is also a movie version, an abridged movie version of it with RuPaul in it. I can send it to you if you want it.
Fantastic. It's now on my list of scripts.
But yes, Zombie Prom, absolutely. I always get really happy when I see it surprisingly come up in, like, I remember there was a high school near me 3-4 years ago that was doing it, and I went, oh my gosh, no way, yay, finally somebody else knows about this. I learned about Zombie Prom. I had heard about it on its own, but then there is a really wonderful documentary that I'm definitely going to be talking about really quickly right now, which I highly recommend to you. Guys and Divas: Battle of the High School Musicals. And this is a documentary that took place, again, early thousands, and it's 3 high schools in the Bible Belt doing their spring musicals. And it's Zombie Prom, Starmites, which is another amazing small show that I highly recommend. Super niche, quirky, book is ridiculous. It's a lot of fun. I'm adding that to your list for you, Sean. Okay.
Sorry, I'm busy adding the soundtrack to my Spotify list too.
Good.
Because it's
Good man.
available.
Good man. And then the third show that they cover is the director and music director decided to write an original piece about Princess Kailani. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Neither did anybody else. But for context, Princess Kailani was like the Princess Diana of Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
But imagine being in high school and doing an original musical that's 3 hours of history.
Yeah.
This is before Hamilton. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it is a very good documentary, not just about smaller musicals, but about theater education in high schools, and I highly recommend it. Yeah, so before I go on any more tangents, I can't believe I'm about to say these words, Sean, but we're coming to the end of the show.
2 hours later? Sorry. No, cut that out. Hold on. Do that again.
Okay.
You booked me for an hour. It's only been 15 minutes. The fuck, Marisa?
But before we skedat, I want to turn this over to you. Mm-hmm. Believe it or not, I'm going to let you talk more about anything you have coming. Neither do I. Anything you have coming up that we should know about by chance, or any?
So there's this little known show called Be More Chill. It may or may not be happening March 13th through the 21st at the Players Club of Swarthmore in Swarthmore Media. No, but truly, it's like I mentioned before in this episode, if it makes the cut, who knows? But it's the third of my directing passion projects within the past 3 years, which the other two included Puffs and Evil Dead, which were both very successful and fun to work on. This is the third in that ranking, and it's going to be awesome. So truly come out and see it. The cast is fantastic. The music sounds great. The set looks great. I've had the same scenic designer for all three of my favorite shows, and that's all they've worked on with me. Everybody in this show is super passionate and has been passionate about this show since 2015. Like every single actor has been wanting to play these roles or be a part of this, like, since the beginning. I came a little bit later to the game, but also, I listened to the music, I loved it, and then I came back around to it a couple years later, and I was like, this is a show I have to do, and here we are getting ready to do it in a couple weeks. So hopefully we can see you out there. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell people on the street that you don't know. Offer to buy them pizza if that helps. There's a pizza joint around the corner that, dinner and a date if you're looking for that kind of thing. There will be no animals in the show, but I do have a cat somewhere around here, and you probably saw her walking in and out. She would also like you to go, and if you don't go, she's going to be very upset and sad. I will throw this out here because it's not something I've promoted a lot on social, just because I've been neck deep in theater. I was a part of a pilot not too long ago. It is called Plant Based. You can look it up on YouTube. I believe it is under plant-based web series. We are looking for additional funding to continue the show. Most people that have seen it have been like, okay, but where's episode 2? And I'm like, we need your money to help. And it's just one of those things of, it's the first time I've really been on screen, so it was a new experience for me, but the team's fantastic. I think the show has a lot of heart, has a lot of potential. We would love your support in that as well. And obviously, don't forget to support Marisa and everything that she does, because she's an amazing human being and friend, best friend, as some would say, the best of friends. If there's a Marisa and a Sean pairing anywhere else, they're probably not as good of friends as these two right here. But, just saying to support her as well. I think that's a good promotion.
That was such a roller coaster.
I've seen some of your other guests. You guys giggle and laugh and have a good time. This is whatever decides to pop up is going to happen.
Thank God. No, but legitimately, Sean, I am really, really glad that we met doing Evil Dead, because not good. Not that Not that us meeting doing any other kind of show would have made us more friends, less friends, but I feel like, I mean, not me about to actually get emotional. Evil Dead is a show that legitimately changed my life. And I always say that people who do Evil Dead are my kind of people. And so the minute I saw that posting, I was like, oh, whoever is directing this needs to be my friend. And I'm so glad that you are my friend and that we got to bond doing one of the best shows of all time.
Agreed.
And be silly geese, silly demonic geese.
That's right. I loved it too. I loved every minute of it. It's like I could probably if we could all get back together for Evil Dead for like our yearly rewatch, and it would just be fun. Like it would just be friends getting together. It wouldn't be it wouldn't be about the show. It would be about the people that are there. So
yeah,
you guys are super special.
Yes, and it also is just really super special to have you on this podcast because this is something that I have been working on for a very long time, and I love being able to passionately yap with people who are passionate yappers about this industry and why we do what we do and why we love it, why we hate it, and everything in between. And I'm very excited for everything that's coming up for you. I'm excited to go see Be More Chill. And I'm excited for episode 2 of Plant Based because I love the pilot and I definitely would recommend everybody to watch it and support it. And just anything else that's coming up for you, I will be like, yes, let's go, Sean, let's go. Because you're my best friend and totally will not get the shit beaten out of you by my best friend, Sean.
I am pretty strong. I could beat myself up, so that's fair.
Now, I would love to thank all of you so much for tuning in and signing in on the call sheet for Call Time a Theater Pod. My name is Marisa Helene Mast. You are the audience. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
This podcast was made possible through the support of viewers like you. Thank you.